If you guys want to kickstart your FUT 22 season off with an absolute bang, then make sure you guys do head over to aoeh.com for your cheap, fast, safe and reliable FUT 22 coins. Make sure to use my code RB at checkout for 3% off. Yes guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another new video on the channel, another FIFA 22 video on the channel. Today's going to be a different one. It's a new series on the channel, I Build Your Teams, alright? That's what it's going to be called, and it's a series where you guys comment under my YouTube videos what kind of teams you want to see me build, and I'm just going to build it for you. It's literally that simple, pretty self-explanatory. If you do like the idea, smash a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and also leave a comment down below on what team you want me to see. If you've got an SBC player, even though SBCs haven't really been out yet, but if you've got an SBC player that you want me to build a team around, then comment down below. If you've got an untradable player that you want me to build a team around, comment down below. But you get the idea. Let's waste no more time and let's get straight into it. Let's go.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
Alright, cool. A 400k team with Phil Foden. Let's get to work. So, as you can see, we've got the main man, Phil Foden. We'll play him cam in-game, don't worry. But this is just to get everyone on full chemistry. So, first things first, this is what I would do. I'd probably get my boy Marcus Rashford in there, to carry that attack. You've got 400k to spend. You've got a bit to spend. So why not go big on someone like Rashford, a very, very overpowered player. I then would go on the right-hand side, Rafinha, someone cheap but overpowered, gets the job done. Good agility, great pace, finishing, long shots, 4-star. You can't really complain with someone like Rafinha. And then in the striker position to complete the front four, I definitely get Martial. He's going to be the best player in the world. Martial will be the best in the world. Literally, guys, just go ahead and pick up Martial, and this would be the front three, all right, bro? So you'd have Foden in the central centre mid position, but in game you'd be playing cam. I'll get on to what formation to switch to in game once I've built the full team, by the way. Then we'd have Rashford, Martial, Rafinha as a front trio. In my opinion, it's a very saucy trio. We got Rashford, 5-star skill, full of pace, great finishing, great dribbling, agility, all that good stuff. Then we've got Martial, 4-star this year, decent pace, good dribbling, good agility, great finishing, and in-game Martial feels like a beast. I think Martial might be back to the FIFA 17 sweaty Martial that we all know and love. But yeah, that's what I would do so far with the team. As you can see, we've only spent 191k on PS4/PS5. Now we'll move on into the midfield. So we still need a link to Phil Foden, which means we kind of do need another Premier League player. Now, if I was to go for another Prem player, I think I probably would go for, you want someone to hold it down. So let's see what options we have first. But realistically, we need a CDM. We need someone to, anchor the team, anchor that midfield. I think Allen's the guy that you want to get. Small, great agility, but really, really good in game. Yeah, he's definitely someone I'd be looking at. Now, into the defense, we still need another link to my boy Phil Foden. As we know, we have 400k to spend. I probably would go to someone like João Cancelo. Gets a strong link, gets the full chemistry, really, really overpowered. I like Allen there in the team as well. Now, obviously, I don't want to make this a full Prem team. I want to make this a hybrid. So what can we do to make this a hybrid, you ask? Well, we'll have to, let's see what options we have. Preferably, you want someone like a box-to-box sort of style player. So let's see what options we have in La Liga. Someone that can attack, someone that can defend, someone that can do it all. And actually, a player has come to mind. He is from the Bundesliga. It's an inform card, and it is actually Inform and Cuckoo. I genuinely think this guy in the CDM position, imagine you're playing a 4-2-3-1, he could do the job in the CDM position, but you give him the license to go forward. Because as you can see, he's a very well-rounded card, good agility, good dribbling, ball control, all that good stuff. Good defending stats, good stats going forward, good passing. So he's a very, very well-rounded card. That's exactly the type of card we're looking for. Then I'd definitely link it to Roussillon. It's a no-brainer. And then you just get Upamecano. It's just a no-brainer. And so far, we spent 300k. All right, so if I got my maths correct, we've got what, like 85k to spend, all right, to get it to 400k. So far the team looks good. It looks sweaty. It looks overpowered. It looks well-rounded. I like it. Now, in the centre-back position, we do have a bit to spend on a centre-back, to be fair. You could go for someone like Joe Gomez. You could. And I probably would, because that is very, that's really good. That is really good. Let's check our other options for a second. You could probably go Bundesliga as well. You could actually go for Lacroix. Lacroix, which is very, very sweaty. He's going to need the strong link though. And he gets a strong link to Castiles. So you could do that. That brings you to 360k. So at the moment, you've got 40k to spend. So you could actually just build this team and then save coins. But I'm guessing you want to spend your, you want to spend your coins. So if you had more coins to spend, how could you upgrade this team?
2,000 years later.
Alright, finally guys, we finally done it. 400k team with Phil Foden. I had to change up a few things. It took me a while to get to exactly 400k because it's so hard at the moment because there's not many players in the game and there's only so many players you can choose from. But we've done it. A decent little 400k team with my boy Phil Foden. In my opinion, the team's good. This is how you would start off with it. So obviously you would have Rashford, Martial, Rafinha, Foden, Allen, Inform and Cuckoo, and then the backline as it is. And then in game, what you could do is switch to the 4-2-3-1 formation if I can actually find that. Where is the 4-2-3-1? Come on, Footbin, do not let me down. 4-2-3-1. Why am I so blind? There we go, we found it. So the 4-2-3-1 in game, it looks a little bit weird on Footbin, but this is how you would set it up. So you put Foden in the cam spot. You'd actually be playing Cuckoo at CDM, but you'd give him the license to go forward because he's a very good, well-rounded card. Martial up top, Rashi on the left, Rafinha on the right, Foden at cam, Allen at CDM, and then the back line as follows: Resillion, Upamecano, Joe Gomez, Cancelo, and Alisson. It's a sweaty back line. It's a good, well-rounded 400k team. So let me know down below in the comments, guys, what do you think of this team? But we're going to move on into the next one. So let's go.
Give it to me! Give it to me! Give it to me! Give it to me! Just give it! Damn!
Fine. I'll do it myself.
Alright guys, so the next team, a 100 to 120k Prem hybrid. I've got a very, very good team in store for you, my friend. So we'll get straight into it. The first player on the team sheet, I would definitely put Federico Chiesa. Be one of my favourite players in FIFA 22 so far. Just absolutely amazing. He brings the vibes, he brings the sauce to the team. So I definitely would go for someone like Federico Chiesa. Just for a second, we'll change formation to the 4-3-3 third variation. Now, as it's a Prem hybrid, we want some Prem players in there, of course. So we're going to go for my boy Anthony Martial, who's going to be the best player in the world. But yeah, moving on from Anto Martial, we'll go to Saint Maximin. Saint Max, 5-star skiller, 4-star weak foot, great dribbling, great player in the game. Now, just behind Martial will be Firmino, alright? Good cam. In game, he'll play cam as well. 5-star skiller, 4-star weak foot, really, really good shot on him as well. And then for the CDM, getting a link to Federico Chiesa is going to be Barella. Now, I've been using this man, and I can tell you guys, he's fantastic as a CDM. Really, really, really do like him. So yeah, I'd go for him. Saucy, saucy, saucy little player there. And then Fred, getting that Brazilian strong link to Roberto Firmino. All right, so boom, we've got plenty of strong links so far in the team. It's looking like a nice little hybrid, but it gets even better. So far, we spent 75k, but we're about to spend another 1.6k for Di Lorenzo. Little bit of pace to him, good defending as well. So I like him as an option in the right back spot. Now, in the left back spot, guys, we do have, to be honest, it can actually be pretty much any Prem left back. So it can be Reguilon, it can be Telles, whoever you like, right? Whoever you like. The better option is probably to go for someone like Reguilon. So I would do that because he's got a little bit more pace to it. Then I would go for my boy Joe Gomez. We're going big. We're going big with Joe Gomez at the back, all right? The sweat merchant himself, Joe Gomez. And then we're going to link him with the English City A link to Tomori. It's a masterclass. It is an absolute masterclass. And in goal, we'll go for Nick Pope or like Pickford. Cheap and cheerful. All right. So just a little over what you asked for. You said a 120k Prem hybrid. It's 125k. But pretty much the same thing. So from 100 to 125k, because on Xbox, as you can see, it is 100k. But yeah, this is the team I would go for. It's going to destroy your opponents in game. No joke. But for real, in game, what I would do is change the 4-2-3-1 once again. This is a pretty, standard, decent formation to use in FIFA. So yeah, go ahead and use this formation. In game, you would set it up like this. So you'd have, so you have it exactly like that. So Martial striker, Saint Max on the left, Chiesa on the right, Firmino at cam, Fred and Barella as the two DMs, and you'll be sourcing, you'll be vibing, you'll be destroying your opponents in game. So yeah, that's the team I would go for. Let me know what you guys think of this team as well down below in the comments, but we're going to move on into the next team. Let's go.
Give it to me! Give it to me! Give it to me! Give it to me! Just give it!
Now, whatever I want.
Right then, guys, moving on into the next team. This guy's asked for a team, an 80k team with an untradable Salah, Gomez and Eder Militao, I do believe. So yeah, for everyone else, this would probably add up to around 500k, because obviously 80k at 14k is like 485 or 495k. So yeah, this team would be around 500k for everyone else, but for this guy, it's going to be an 80k team around these three untradable players. So we're going to dive straight into it. The first player I'm going to put in is just going to be Roberto Firmino in that centre mid spot, getting the strong link there to Gomez and Salah. It's definitely what you want. And then also another strong link to Joe Gomez. Wan-Bissaka's a bit expensive. I mean, when you've only got 80k to spend, do you really want to be spending that much on a right back? We're going to hold off for a second. What we'll do, let's see if we can link in the left back spot to Eder Militao. We can definitely go for Renan Lodi, cheap and cheerful. And then in the goalkeeper position, actually no, I know we could put in here a very, very good player actually. There's two. In fact, you know what? We'll go for both of them. We'll go for Modric because I've used him before. Fantastic. And we'll also go for Camavinga. I really, really do like Camavinga. Two players I've used in the same team together. They ball out. Honestly, they are fantastic. And then we could have Eden Hazard in the left wing spot. So boom, just like that. But to be fair, that is very cheap. I mean, you asked for an 80k team with them. But let's see who can the striker be. So yeah, we do need a striker. Yeah, we do need a striker. So this is where it gets a little bit sticky.
2,000 years later.
The thing is, slow strikers aren't too bad in the game. They really aren't. Okay, so, okay, hold on a second. Okay, so okay. Now I know what I'm going to do. I think I know what, Correa. How can I forget this man is an absolute beast of a card. Correa, and then we can have Firmino here. That's perfect. That is perfect. We're getting there, lads. We're getting there. I mean, it still is very cheap. Like you said you have 80k. So we need to get someone a little bit more expensive here. But that's good. Because Correa is really, really good, man. Oh, you know what? Gomez would actually be better, you know. I think Gomez instead of Firmino. And then maybe get rid of Firmino. Oh, who you gonna get rid of Firmino for though? I mean, you could use Fabinho. Would you really want to use Fabinho though? He's a bit slow, but you know, as the anchor in the team, I think he'd be quite good, to be fair. And then maybe you change him for Modric because you want that agility next to Fabinho. You want someone that can carry the ball, that can go forward. So I would go for, all right, there we go. So we'll go for Modric there, Fabinho here. All right, that's building along quite nicely. And then you said 80k, so yeah, I mean, yeah, you could just go for Wan-Bissaka, to be honest with you. And then boom, in goal, you could go for someone cheap like Nick Pope. Bow, we've done it. We've done it, ladies and gentlemen. What a team that is. There we go. Look at that. That looks fantastic. So that's definitely what I would do. Just to clarify, how much would this cost for everyone else? 490k. So yeah, around 500k for everyone else. So yeah, if you want to build this team for 500k, then feel free. But obviously this team was built for the guy that asked for a team around his untradable Eder, Gomez and Salah. So yeah, that's definitely a fantastic 80k team. That would destroy your opponents in game. I mean, look at that team. That's fantastic. In game, you could actually play two formations. You could play the 4-2-3-1, but you could also play something like the 4-2-2, which I quite like. I'm using it personally myself. So like the 4-4-2 or the 4-2-2, you could play with that in game. And what you could do is use Salah out on the right, and then you could use Gomez and Correa up top. Hazard on the left with Modric and Fabinho in the midfield, and boom, you've got yourself an absolutely elite FUT Champions team right there. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of that team. I think that's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I definitely think that could cause problems. That really can cause problems for your opponents. So yeah, that's definitely going to be the 80k team that I recommend with the players you asked. So again, in the comments, let me know what you do think of this team.
Give it to me! Give it to me! Give it to me! Give it to me! Just give it!
Right then, guys, so for the very, very last team for today's video, this guy did ask for a 350k team with his untradable Chiesa, and he also did want Lukaku in the side. So we're going to dive straight into it now. For chemistry reasons, Lukaku's going to go into CDM. Will that be the formation in game? No, it won't. So there's no need to worry. There is no need to worry. But starting off with the striker spot, we're going to go for Timo Werner. Next to Lukaku, he's a bit sluggish because of his dribbling and agility. So you want an absolute speed merchant next to him. That's why we've gone for Timo Werner. Now, again, we're just going to lock off this right-hand side with the strong link straight away. We'll go for Barella, and we'll go for Di Lorenzo, just to make it just to make life very, very simple for us. Now, in the left wing spot, we're going to go for my boy Marcus Rashford. We always do love a bit of Rashy, so, you know, why not go for him? Now, we're going to leave this centre mid spot for a second. We're going to go into the defence, and this defence here is fantastic. It is fantastic. It's got Upamecano and Lacroix. You have to say it with a bit of elegance. Lacroix. So yeah, Lacroix is absolutely fantastic in this game. You know, this guy, I mean, just look and adore this sprint speed and acceleration. It's stuff that you love to see. All right, so he's going to hold that back line down with Upamecano. We got two beastly players at the back. Then what we're going to do is basically we just need a centre mid, a relatively cheap centre mid that gets a link to pretty much like Upamecano and the left back. So you want like a box to box midfielder, essentially. That's what you want. A box to box midfielder, someone with license to go forward, someone that can attack, but also that is quite decent in defense. Now the Premier League doesn't have too many of these. To be honest with you guys, you could go for someone like Fred, but then again you need to link him with the left back, which wouldn't really work. So the question is who to put in here. It has to be a Prem player. Essentially, I mean, someone like Paul Pogba would be perfect, but he's just too expensive, and you just don't have the funds for that, so you can't do that. Now, I would say in the left back spot, you could have someone like Roussillon. Again, that's not bad. You could go for someone like Havertz, but obviously it doesn't really fit the formation. I wouldn't really play Havertz in CDM. You could go for someone like Kovacic though, and Kovacic isn't bad, but again, he doesn't really get the chem, which is the issue. So it's just chemistry. Havertz is pretty much perfect because he's German, and you could get a German left back here, but it wouldn't work. So actually, hold on a second. I may have just done it myself, but then no. I mean, Sissoko. I think Sissoko is perfect, actually. Yeah, Sissoko is perfect, and then maybe you can use Barella as like the player with the license to go forward. But actually, no. Take out Barella, put in Arthur, because I do prefer Arthur going forward over Barella because he's got the 4-star skill moves and just a little bit better dribbling. I do think Barella is really, really good, but I actually do think that Arthur got, like, if I had to pick one, you know, who to give the license to go forward, I would give it to Arthur instead of Barella. Then you could put Cuadrado in, which is fantastic. And then all you need is a French left back, and it could be someone like Roussillon. It can literally be anyone. We'll go for Roussillon. And then, yeah, that gets us to 355k. So not too bad at all. And there we go. We solved it. We solved the dilemma. That's definitely what I would do for a 350k team for your untradable Chiesa. It's got Lukaku like you asked. It's got Werner, Sissoko and Arthur in the midfield. Some might say it's a little bit of a weak midfield, but Sissoko's a cheap beast. Again, especially, you know, on day one of the full release of FIFA 21, a great card to have in there. The back line is just, that back line is absolutely ridiculously overpowered. Chiesa, Rashford, two very OP wingers. It's a great team. It's a good overall team in my opinion. In game as well, what I would do is just go to a 4-2-2 or a 4-4-2. So again, you could go to a 4-4-2 with this team. You could play Rashi, Chiesa out on the wings, Werner and Lukaku up top, Sissoko and Arthur in the midfield, and boom, you're sorted. So again, let me know in the comments what you think of this 350k team with his untradable Chiesa. So guys, that's going to be it for today's I Build Your Team series episode 1. Hopefully there's going to be many more to come, but I hope you guys did enjoy it. Leave a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and if you want me to build a team, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, guys, alright? That is going to be greatly appreciated. But thank you for the support recently on the channel. I'll be back with some more squad builders for you guys, of course. So stay tuned, hit that bell, all that good stuff. Like, subscribe, follow my Instagram and all that good stuff. You know what to do. But we're going to waste no more time, and we're going to end the video there. So until next time, it's been your boy RB Plays, and peace.